Shalom, and thank you for joining us at the Hidden Truth Weekly News Review, brought to you by Geely Inc. Here is where we unveil the truth. I'm Kay, your host, and these are the top stories for the Weekly News Review. Who's in charge of you, and who gave them permission? The papal seat, it's vacant. Next up, who's in charge of you, and who gave them permission? Obama is altering our legal protection with Executive Order 13524, which is amending Executive Order 12425, which was written and approved by President Ronald Reagan in 1983. And what this does, it's amending, what it is allowing Interpol to be considered as a public international organization, and they're entitled to enjoy certain privileges and exemptions as well as immunities. And this Executive Order 13524, it was actually signed into order on December 16, 2009, when he first got into presidency. We're just getting information and being privy to it now because it's affecting us now. It can possibly affect us now. The reason why it can possibly affect us now is because the American soldiers and our American law enforcement that throughout the United States, they are putting up resistance going against the American people to confiscate their guns and take away their Second Amendment rights. And so what that means is they have to find Plan B out. And Plan B is to get the International Police Department to come and take our guns from us because they don't care anything about us and they don't have any allegiance to us. So they can forcefully take our guns and not care one way or another, and not think that they're hurting somebody's cousin, aunt, sister, brother, because they don't know us at all, and they have no relation or no allegiance or loyalty to us. So this is treason at its best. And this is what the executive order reads: by the authority vested in me as President by the Constitution of the laws of the United States of America, including Section 1 of the International Organizations Immunities Act, 22 USC 288, and in order to extend the appropriate privileges, exemptions, and immunities to the International Criminal Police Organization, parentheses Interpol, it is hereby ordered that Executive Order 12425 of June 16, 1983, as amended, is further amended by deleting from the first sentence the words, this is in quotations, except those provided by Section 2C, Section 3, Section 4, Section 5, Section 6 of the Act, and the semicolon that immediately precedes them. So therefore, what that means is you need to read this particular executive order that was written in 1983 and approved by President Ronald Reagan, Executive Order 12425, so that you can see what what's behind the semicolon. Because what that means, what they're doing is allowing Interpol to have free range on American soil, beyond the reach of our own law enforcement arms. That means like the FBI, CIA, and they're immune. They're immune from any Freedom of Information Act request or anything like that. They're above it. They're above our Constitution. Our Constitution has no merit on them. Our American laws that we have in place that we all have to follow, they can come here on our American soil and dictate and not follow our American law or our constitutional, or have to adhere to our constitutional rights. So that's something that you really need to be paying attention to, and need to look into, and talk to your congressman, talk to your senator, to your representative, and find out what's going on about this, and surprise them that you know about this, and inform them that you're concerned about this, because our civil liberties will definitely be taken away by a foreign country. That'll be just like what's going on in Syria and Libya, and what we've been doing in Iraq and Iran and Afghanistan. going over there and making them follow the plan of democracy. So that's just something that we feel is very important as our weekly news review, and that's why we've shared that with you. Please look further into it. If you have any questions, concerns, or thoughts about it, feel free to contact Kay Bella at GLeeInc.PresentsTheHiddenTruth.com. Now, the last thing that's topping the news and that's buzzing around here is that the Pope, he's vacating his papal seat. Why is that? Let's look further into it. Pope Benedict XVI will be resigning at the end of February because of his health. About 3 months ago, he underwent surgery replacing the battery in his pacemaker. This may have contributed to his decision to resign. It is said that his memory is fading as well. And just so that you can understand, no pope in the past 600 years, that means in the year 1415 was the last time that a pope has ever resigned from its papal seat. They've never stepped down or away from the papal seat. And this weekend, they will be holding a conclave where they will be deciding on a new pope. And let's see here. In light of all the sexual scandals and the pending economic collapse, we need to pay attention to what the Vatican is doing here, because they're replacing a pope that was set in his seat, and he just came into the papal seat, I believe, in 2005 after John Paul II. So just pay attention to what's going on in the Vatican and how they're trying to enforce the Sunday Sabbath, as the Sunday as being the Sabbath, as the national religious day, that's going to be the Sabbath, when you all know that the Sabbath is actually starts Friday at sunset and ends Saturday at sunset. So read your scriptures and you'll find out what's really going on, and do your study and you'll find out what has happened. So I want to thank you again. I am Kay Bella, and I'm reporting the weekly news review live for The Hidden Truth, unveiling the truth for you. Good day to you, and shalom.